Here's the setup. Our guy really likes manga, right up until the moment he realizes he is somehow living inside one. Blonde bombshells, fiery redheads, quiet classmates with big secrets. Every frame looks like the opening of a rom-com he never signed up for. He keeps insisting he just wanted a normal life. No drama, no love triangles, no mysterious blue-haired girls appearing out of sparkles. Yet every time he turns around, another main character energy person is staring straight at him like he is supposed to know the script. Then the world itself seems to glitch. A finger points, sound effects explode across the page, and suddenly someone is screaming his new name at full volume. Kim Yoo-sung. He wakes up in a hospital bed with a heart monitor beeping and a very concerned teacher hovering over him. The doctors ask if he remembers the accident. He does the only smart thing a guy with zero context can do. He smiles and claims he is just your average high school student. Hazy memories surface. There was a fire in a lab. He tried to save his research data, blacked out, and the next thing he knows, he is staring at a face that is definitely not his. He has somehow ended up possessing the body of a completely ordinary second year named Kim Yoo-sung. The original owner got into a car accident over the weekend and was out cold for days. Perfect timing for a lost soul looking for a new home. Our guy is free from grad school hell. But now he has to figure out how to live someone else's life without getting caught. He heads to Yoo-sung's room, body moving on autopilot like it already knows the way. Sneaking into someone else's space feels wrong, but curiosity wins. He opens the door and freezes. Figures, posters, limited edition statues. This guy is a hardcore, no doubt otaku. Our protagonist stares at the shelves of anime girls and feels the first real spike of panic. Can he actually pull off living as Kim Yoo-sung? Then he spots a familiar manga poster and his red Kool-Aid runs cold. Scramble Love, a record-breaking shonen rom-com he vaguely remembers reading online once. Classic formulas, childhood friend ending that made the fandom explode, the whole package. He pulls an all-nighter reading every volume he can find. By morning, his mother is calling him downstairs to help at the family restaurant, and he answers on pure instinct. The act is working, until the front door slides open. A loud blonde guy and his cheerful entourage walk in like they own the place. Our guy's brain short-circuits. He has seen these faces before. On the page, in the manga he just finished. That is Sakamoto Ryuji, the actual protagonist of Scramble Love. The pieces slam together. This is not a normal body swap. This is book possession. He is an ordinary college student who got caught in a fire, woke up inside a side character, and that side character just happens to exist inside the manga Scramble Love. He panics for exactly 3 seconds, then forces himself to breathe. The classic book possession story always drags the poor extra into the main plot and ruins everything. So he makes a simple plan, stay far away from Sakamoto Ryuji, and live a peaceful extra-style life. He commits hard. He studies every book in the room, transfers to a distant private high school on purpose, joins the student council, and even lands a full scholarship. The possession still does not undo itself. Looks like this life is permanent. Studying alone will not be enough if the plot ever comes knocking. He considers stocks, then remembers he has zero money. So he lands on the one thing every over-prepared extra needs: pure physical stamina. Time to start working out. He has a body, a cover story, and a desperate plan to stay off the main character's radar. But in a rom-com manga full of dramatic encounters, how long can one average side character really stay invisible? Here's where we pick back up. Our guy has somehow survived an entire first year inside this manga he has never read, and now he is already in his second year, watching cherry blossoms fall like the story is politely reminding him he is still stuck here. And he did not waste that year. Over the past several months, he bulked up like crazy, training until sparks were flying off him, all so he could protect himself in a world that keeps proving it is not normal. Because this is the world inside a manga. Aliens, ghosts, dagger stuff popping out of nowhere is old news to everyone else. At least, that is how it worked in every rom-com he ever read back home. So he made a simple plan. Play it straight, keep his head down, and pretend he belongs. He even picked a school far away, hoping for a quiet second year. That plan lasts about 5 seconds. Morning greets him with Yaguchi Maya beaming at the classroom door, and then the real problem walks in, Sakamoto Ryu, the original protagonist of this entire manga. Same class, same year, perfect. Our guy's internal monologue is pure panic. Of all the schools in the country, he somehow landed right next to the main character he was trying to avoid. So much for a nice, easy school life. And the morning gets worse. He already lost his wallet and bumped into some girl he has never seen before. Before he can even process it, the teacher is yelling everyone back to their seats for an important announcement. They have a transfer student. The door slides open, sparkles everywhere, and in walks Kishimoto Rika. Blonde hair, bright smile, pure heroine energy. The whole class loses its mind. She introduces herself like she was written for the spotlight. Kishimoto Rika, just up from Shizuoka, loves cake, sweets, and naps. Our guy immediately clocks the pattern. Of course a heroine shows up as a transfer student. Of course she is in the same class as the protagonist. He even pulls up the old beauty popularity poll on his phone. She took first place. This is textbook scramble love casting, and he is sitting right in the middle of it with zero script. Then the seating chart drops the real bomb. That empty spot next to Sakamoto is hers. The teacher tells Sakamoto to look after her. Rika turns, locks eyes with our guy, and the recognition hits like a truck. She is the girl he bumped into this morning. She points straight at him and yells that he is a total perv. The class freezes. Sakamoto looks delighted. Our guy looks like he wants the floor to open up. She marches over, slaps his wallet down, and the misunderstanding only gets louder. The teacher just tells them to take their seats like this is a normal first day. Our guy is already calculating how many rom-com flags he accidentally triggered before homeroom ended. Later, he tries to reset. He was not aiming for some big high school twist. He just wanted a quiet future. But this world runs on rom-com logic, and he has been studying the patterns for 2 years straight, so his predictions might actually land. Rika suddenly wants a private word about this morning. Sakamoto invites himself along with the world's weakest excuse. The three of them step out, and the hallway energy turns sharp fast. Outside, the aura around our guy goes full villain mode in everyone else's eyes. Whispers start flying. Is Kim Yoo-sung even a normal high schooler? Rumors paint him as some kind of intellectual shadow operative, the boss's favorite, a walking red flag. He is just standing there wondering why he is a magnet for trouble while trying to look intimidating on purpose. If he wants his rom-com predictions to hit, he needs real intel. And there is only one place at this school where a boy and a girl can talk alone. Just one spot. He takes off with pure determination, sparkles and all, heading straight for the back of the school. Whatever scene the manga has waiting back there, he is about to walk into it completely blind. Chapter 3 picks up with Kim Yoo-sung still stuck in full apology mode, hands pressed together like a guy who just committed a national crime. The blonde transfer student is not buying the sincerity for a second, and the whole scene already feels like it was written for someone who actually knows the plot. She cannot believe he actually dropped into that donkey pose, and she is already labeling him the classic random protagonist type. Yoo-sung has no idea what any of that means, which is perfect because he is just trying not to make it worse. Then she completely loses it. Full sparkling laugh, hands on her knees, the works. Yoo-sung stands there mortified while she decides he is way more innocent than she expected, and somehow that only makes the whole encounter more dangerous for a guy with zero script. She is not even mad about the morning accident. She just wanted to see that shocked face again because it was funny. Yoo-sung tries to protest, but she is already walking off like the conversation is over and he is simply along for the ride. Alone again, Yoo-sung barely has time to process the blonde whirlwind before a brand new problem appears in a swirl of red petals and pure main character energy. Student council president energy. Fan, dramatic entrance, the works. This is Ryul, and she immediately clocks him crouching by the bushes and jumps straight to the worst conclusion. Peeping. Disgraceful. The full villainous monologue. Yoo-sung's brain is already screaming that this woman is textbook popularity poll material and absolutely not someone an extra should be talking to. Internally, he files her as the classic villainess type who somehow got shoved into rival heroine territory. Out loud, he just holds up the tree branch he was actually looking at and claims it would look nice in the student council room. Smooth. Totally normal extra behavior. Miraculously, the joke lands. Ryul accepts the branch, thanks him, and suddenly the secretary of the student council is being invited to a meal with the officers. Yoo-sung is still reeling that his desperate improvisation somehow worked. She drags him toward the cafeteria and the class difference comedy kicks in hard. Ryul turns her nose up at commoner food. Yoo-sung needles her about not understanding regular people, and she fires right back with perfect deadpan roasting. He is losing the banter war and he knows it. She insists she can eat anything delicious, then casually mentions the cafeteria does not serve her fancy stir-fry rice bowl. Yoo-sung is now stuck realizing he might actually have to eat student fare while she judges every option from the height of her position. Before the food crisis can resolve, a new voice cuts in. Akano Shinjiro, student council vice president and self-declared lifelong servant of the Akano family, has been searching everywhere for his lady, and he does not look happy to find her with Yoo-sung. Shinjiro goes full dramatic. Yoo-sung never shows up to the council room. Their poor lady skipped her meal hunting for him, and the honor of the Akano family is somehow on the line. Yoo-sung has never said the words "my lady" in his life and is currently having a small internal breakdown. Ryul calmly postpones the meal. Shinjiro keeps swearing eternal loyalty, and Yoo-sung is left standing there with a tree branch and absolutely no idea what kind of manga he fell into. The student council already feels like a trap. After school, he finally escapes to the station, clinging to the one plan that makes sense. Keep his head down, avoid the real protagonist, Ryuji, live a peaceful extra life on the sidelines. Years of looking intimidating have already made every guy in class avoid him, so the strategy is working. He buys a simple loaf of bread, checks the train times, and congratulates himself. Everything is going according to plan. No tangled plot lines, no heroine encounters, just a normal guy living a normal background character life. And that is the exact moment a cheerful voice calls his name. Kishimoto Rika, today's transfer student and the same blonde who laughed him into the ground this morning, is standing right there on the platform, like the story itself just refused to leave him alone. Chapter 4 picks up right where our clueless transmigrator left off, face to face with a bright, bubbly blonde who is way too happy to see him. She gushes that she was worried but is glad she ran into him so soon, and Kim just stands there smiling like his life depends on it. Inside his head, the panic is already starting because he still has no idea who she is or why she knows his name. She casually asks how he even knew to come here, and Kim blurts out the most confident nonsense he can manage. Meanwhile, his brain is screaming that he does not know her name, her role, or whether she is about to drag him into the main plot. All he can do is keep nodding and hope the manga does not notice he is freestyling every line. Then she points at the name tag on her own chest and cheerfully reads it out for him. Kim, Kun. The moment the words leave her mouth, his soul tries to leave his body. One tiny name tag just confirmed that this girl already has him filed under the cast list, and he is still completely lost. She keeps smiling like he is some reliable upperclassman she has known forever, while Kim's internal monologue spirals into pure confusion. He has no clue what she thinks he did, why she looks so impressed, or which dramatic backstory he accidentally stepped into. All he knows is that she already thinks highly of him, and that is somehow more terrifying than being hated. Cut to a shadowy, purple-haired guy watching the whole exchange with pure suspicion. Kim is still trying to piece together the rumors swirling around this girl and why everyone seems to treat her like a walking plot device. He realizes he may have just walked straight into the middle of a heroine introduction without reading a single page of the original story. She explains that the whole class was gossiping about how rough and unapproachable he seemed, yet here he is treating her like a normal person. That tiny bit of kindness is apparently enough for her to decide he is a good guy. Kim listens, sweating, because he still has no idea which rumors are true and which ones he is supposed to be living down. Then she drops the real bomb. In the span of one short conversation, she has already decided he is one of the two people she is getting tangled up with, and she casually calls herself one of the heroines. Kim's face goes blank as the words sink in. Of all the people in this manga, he somehow locked onto a main heroine without even knowing her name 5 minutes ago. She keeps glowing about how kind he is, and the system even pings him with a skill level up for rumor recovery. Kim is stuck between laughing and screaming because the manga is rewarding him for a performance he is barely holding together. He has no strategy left except to keep smiling and hope she does not ask any follow-up questions he cannot answer. She presses him for an answer, and he finally manages a weak "thank you" for the compliment. Inside, he is already rewriting his entire survival plan. If the rest of the class is going to treat every wild rumor as part of the plot, then the only way forward is to lean into the role of the scary-looking guy who is secretly nice. Rika beams and declares that until everything settles, she will just be his friend, so he had better take care of her from now on. Kim accepts his fate with the quiet despair of a man who knows the story just handed him a permanent party member. His ordinary guy act is officially over, but the friendship flag has been planted whether he likes it or not. He tries one last mental escape route, deciding that scaring her off would never work with a personality like hers. So he doubles down, looks her straight in the eye, and says he will count on her too. Rika, the name finally sticks, and the pure joy on her face tells him he just locked in a heroin route he never meant to open. On the walk home, she casually mentions she almost forgot to ask if he knows the way, because her new place is in a fancy district and she is still lost. Kim nearly short-circuits when he realizes their houses are basically next door to each other. Of course, the manga would drop the heroine into the same neighborhood. Coincidence has officially left the chat. While Rika chatters about how fated it feels, Kim's internal monologue goes full crisis mode. He prepared every random pattern he could think of to survive this world, but he never actually read the original story. The only accurate information he has now is whatever Rika herself decides to tell him, and that is both a gift and a ticking time bomb. He decides the safest move is to keep gathering intel directly from her, even if it feels a little like blackmail material. A tiny change like this should not wreck the main plot, probably. So he offers to buy her a drink as thanks for being his friend, and Rika lights up like he just handed her the winning lottery ticket. One cola later, and she is in pure bliss, declaring that nothing beats soda. Kim watches her happily ignore her own diet and realizes this girl is going to be impossible to predict. Then she suddenly pulls out her phone and hits him with a full-fashion photo reveal, complete with sparkles and a proud ta-da! Kim stares at the glamorous shots and carefully asks if she looks different because of makeup. Rika immediately puffs up and insists it is not just makeup, thank you very much. Before the debate can escalate, their train rolls in and the two of them scramble aboard, still mid-argument about fashion magazines. The train is packed wall to wall and Kim ends up playing bodyguard so Rika can ride in something close to peace. She cheerfully thanks him for the accidental shortcut and promises she will figure out the rest of the way home. For a guy who still does not know the plot, he is somehow already her personal navigator. They hop off at her station and Rika waves goodbye with a bright promise that she will be counting on him tomorrow too. The doors slide shut, leaving Kim alone on the platform with one stunned thought echoing in his head. Me? Tomorrow? The heroine just booked him for round 2 and he still has no idea what kind of manga he is even trapped in. Lunchtime rolls around and our guy is right back in survival mode. He forgot his lunch at home, so he is parked alone with a box of kimbap like that is a perfectly normal main character activity. Then a bright voice cuts through the quiet. Rika jogs up out of nowhere, lunch bag swinging, and Kim freezes like he just got cast in a scene he never auditioned for. She drops right into the empty seat and calls him out gently. Eating alone every day is not exactly subtle, and she can feel how uncomfortable the classroom gets when she tries to join everyone else. Kim tries the honest route. Sitting out here is easier on everyone, including him. Rika just smiles and tells him to keep getting used to her, because he once said people would see the real her someday. All she has to do is wait. Then the kimbap appears and Rika lights up like she just found treasure. Homemade rolls, first time she has ever seen them outside of a drama. She asks if she can try just one, already halfway to tears of joy. Kim hands one over, still baffled that she can cry on command. Rika laughs it off, calls him funny, and casually drops the real request. From now on, lunch together is the plan. He panics that he cannot bring kimbap every single day, which only makes her yell that it was never about the food. Somehow, this cheerful, top of the popularity poll girl has decided he is lunch company now, and he has no idea how that happened. They dig in and the compliments fly. Rika is in heaven. Kim plays it cool, saying it is nothing special, while quietly accepting that his family restaurant lore is now canon in this story he still has not read. Trade time. Rika offers dashimaki tamago for more kimbap. One bite later, Kim's entire face short-circuits. Someone once said half of life is sugar. This omelet is the other half plus overtime. He asks how much sugar she dumped in there. Rika looks genuinely confused that sweetness could ever be a problem. Kim, fully in protective friend mode, vows to teach her a zero-sugar K-style omelet next time, with salt. Rika stares at him like he just suggested putting socks on pizza. Salt in an omelet? Weird tastes. Kim fires back that salt is the entire point and her taste buds might need a software update. They head off, still bickering about seasoning, when Kim spots a familiar silhouette. Long black hair, perfect posture. The student council president is watching them from the path like she just found a rule violation in the wild. She marches straight over and drops the hammer. A boy and a girl hiding away to eat lunch together? As student council president, she cannot allow an improper relationship. Kim looks like he just got hit with a plot twist he has zero context for. He tries to explain it is not like that. She is not interested in excuses. Then she softens just enough to note they keep running into each other, which makes sense since he is part of the Grand Student Council. Every lunch break in a deserted corner still looks suspicious, though. Rika suddenly lights up with recognition. Dark Student Council President. The rumor, the black uniform, the lone wolf vibe. Seeing her in person, Rika finally gets why everyone calls her that. The president's composure shatters on impact. She explodes that the uniform is about dignity, not cosplay. Rika cheerfully tells her to just own it. Mortally offended, the president declares she will let it slide today, marks her words, and storms off, promising she will be back. Kim is left standing there completely lost. After school, Rika finds him still at his desk, staring at the club guide booklet. Second year and no clubs yet? He admits student council ate his entire first year. She immediately has a better idea. Tour the clubs today, experience them, decide later. Kim agrees that seeing them himself is the only way. Rika beams and announces she plans on checking every single club. When he asks why, her eyes go sharp and the whole tone of the manga shifts. Because she is curious just how far her strength can take her. And our guy, still flying completely blind, has no idea what kind of storm he just signed up for. Welcome back. Our guy still has zero idea what manga he landed in, and today the story dumps him straight onto a soccer field like he is supposed to know the playbook. The club is mid-practice, the ball is flying, and everyone around him is already acting like main characters with destinies. Two upperclassmen are roasting each other over missed shots when the real problem shows up. The third-year soccer captain strolls in, and suddenly the whole field freezes like someone hit the dramatic pause button. Captain Rylhei does not even raise his voice. One look and the freeloaders scatter. Our protagonist watches this power move from the sidelines, still trying to figure out if this is a sports manga or something way more dangerous. Rylhei wants nationals this year, but the freshman talent is looking thin. He needs one absolute monster of a first year or the dream is toast. Meanwhile, our guy is just standing there hoping nobody asks him to kick anything. Cut to the school grounds where a couple of hotheads are still stewing about the captain. They talk a big game about stomping rivals until someone casually shoulder checks past them mid-rant. That someone is Kim Yoo-sung. The second they clock his face, the tough guy act evaporates. Apparently he is the heir of the mad dog, Fast Kim, and these two decide the smartest move is pure survival sprint. Yoo-sung barely did anything, he just looked. His companion is already scolding him for starting trouble by existing too hard, while he insists he was only answering when spoken to. Being the scary transfer student is exhausting when you never asked for the role. Next stop, the soccer club for real. Yoo-sung walks onto the field and every player short circuits. Rumors say he got banned from clubs and stuck on student council, so why is the school's walking disaster casually showing up now? Captain Rylhei takes one look at that build and the bad boy aura and decides the rumors can wait. This is not some petty delinquent. This is a nationally ranked problem with muscles that refuse to stay hidden under a jacket. Yoo-sung politely asks to try out. Rylhei's brain immediately jumps to trophy ceremonies and national glory. One strong first year is all he needed, and the universe just delivered a walking cheat code. The entrance test is simple. One shot from the penalty line. Kick the ball with everything you have and put it in the net. Yoo-sung hears strength and one chance and decides holding back would be rude. He squats. Power starts pumping like the manga itself is charging up a special move. The entire club holds its breath while our clueless protagonist prepares to treat a regular soccer ball like it owes him money. The kick lands with enough force to light up the panel. The ball does not just fly, it screams toward the open goal like it has somewhere better to be, and every spectator realizes they have never seen a shot like this in their lives. Then the impossible happens. The soccer ball literally pops. A completely normal ball cannot survive whatever Yoo-sung just did to it. Soccer is officially off the table, and the captain looks like his national title dream just got airballed. Does our guy panic? Of course not. He simply asks what other sports clubs are nearby. Basketball and baseball are right there, so naturally he decides to go wreck the tryout circuit one club at a time. Word spreads instantly. Students are already whispering that Kim Yoo-sung is about to visit every sports team on campus, and half of them are weirdly excited to watch the chaos unfold. And somewhere on campus, a long-haired girl watches him walk away, quietly noting that Kim Yoo-sung has finally started to move. Whatever story this manga is telling, our blind protagonist just kicked the plot into high gear, and basketball has no idea what is coming. Chapter 7 opens like the manga just hit the sports arc on maximum volume. Someone is mid-air slamming a basketball so hard the backboard shatters and leaves a literal hole in the court. Our guy can only stare and wonder if this is a training montage or if the story just decided to flex on him for no reason. Cut to reality. He is standing in front of a wall of club posters with Rika, trying to figure out which sports club will not immediately expose him as a guy who has never read this story. She is already in full helper mode, clipboard ready, treating this like a mission briefing. Rika runs the numbers like a professional. Ping pong, volleyball, and judo are out because they already held their trials. That leaves track, swimming, and kendo. She even acts out each club with full commitment while he just stands there absorbing data he never asked for. 3 clubs left. Rika delivers the perfect summary, glasses on, completely in character. He thanks her, then casually asks if she has ever done any acting besides modeling. The question lands like a brick. She freezes. Rika gets flustered fast. She mumbles about how embarrassing it is to talk about, how she used to do something sort of like acting, then immediately tries to shut the whole topic down. Our guy has zero context, so of course he keeps poking at the mystery without realizing he just stepped on a landmine. He watches her spiral and quietly decides the original storyline probably had a whole tragic backstory ready to go. But he is not that guy. He does not know the plot, so he does the smartest thing he can think of. He drops it, tells her they still have clubs to visit, and moves on before the manga can force a confession scene. Kendo it is. Rika tells him to follow her lead and they head straight for the dojo. The second he steps inside, the entire club loses its mind. Kim Yoo-sung is here. The guy who already tore through half the sports clubs on campus just walked into their house. Whispers fly everywhere. They have heard the rumors. They expected a delinquent who shows up just to wreck teams. Instead, they get this calm, unfairly cool version of him in person, and nobody knows what to do with that. Rika immediately jumps in and announces she is his manager. The club is stunned. A manager for a student trying out? One guy mutters that the other clubs never managed to stop Kim's rampage, and this is where it ends. Then the real problem walks in. Yuha Yuka, kendo club captain, 3rd year, and apparently the human weapon of the entire school. Yuka does not waste time with small talk. She looks him over, calls him cool for a 1st year, then lays down the law. First clean hit wins. Whoever lands it decides if he stays. The whole club leans in like this is the main event they have been waiting for all semester. The dojo erupts. People are already treating this like a championship match. Someone yells that Kim's reign of terror ends today. Another guy tries to jump in and fight first, only for Yuka to shut the entire room down with one word: silence. She will be the one facing him. Rika watches from the side and quietly confirms what everyone already feels. That captain is on a completely different level. Even our guy, who still has no idea what kind of manga this is, can sense the pressure rolling off her. It is no joke. He tells Rika to wait outside. She protests that if she goes in, she will just get yelled at for being too loud, which is somehow the most Rika thing she could say. Meanwhile, Yuka is already geared up and asking if he is sure he does not need a bogu. The arbor situation is not great. Nothing in the club fits someone his size, so he is going in with basically just a shinai and vibes. Yuka looks completely unfazed in her full uniform, wooden sword ready, like she was born for this exact moment. She warns him she will not be responsible if he gets hurt. He actually laughs at the idea. Him get hurt? Then Yuka drops the coldest line of the chapter. She hates to disappoint him, but she will not even come close to touching her own uniform. Prepare yourself, Kim Yoo-sung. And just like that, the guy with zero plot knowledge is standing in the middle of a kendo dojo about to take on the school's human weapon with no armor and no idea how this fight is supposed to go. Next chapter is going to hurt in the best way. Chapter 8 drops us straight into a full-blown martial arts showdown. A purple-haired fighter is tearing across a wooden floor, staff spinning, purple energy cracking off every swing while she goes after Kim Yoo-sung like he personally insulted her entire bloodline. He is not holding back. For a so-called street punk, he admits Yoo-sung has decent skills, but she still treats him like a warm-up. Our guy is just trying to stay on his feet while the room fills with impact lines and magic circles he definitely did not study for. The attacks keep coming faster. She smashes through his guard, purple trails everywhere, and Yoo-sung is forced into pure survival mode. Remember, he has zero plot knowledge, so every flashy technique is a brand new nightmare he has to improvise around. She traps him against a glowing magic circle and calls him a foolish boy who cannot even break a basic barrier. From her point of view, this fight is already over. From his point of view, he is still trying to figure out what manga rulebook she is reading from. Then the air changes. Yoo-sung pushes back with a pressure so heavy she actually freezes. She realizes she underestimated him and that one slow moment could have ended her. Suddenly, the street punk looks a lot less like easy prey. She decides to finish it properly. The clan's secret art comes out, complete with a glowing serpent of energy and a dramatic declaration that this is the end for Kim Yoo-sung. Classic final move energy, the kind of attack that usually wraps a chapter. She swings for the finish, already monologuing about the unstoppable Fuma clan technique. No one has ever withstood it. His name ends here. And then something hits her first. She never saw it coming. The proud martial artist staggers, completely lost. Who just hit her? She felt no taking out aura, no warning, nothing. 1 second she is delivering the clan's ultimate strike, the next she is wondering if the universe itself just sucker punched her. Cut to Yoo-sung later, staring down at a ridiculous set of abs and muttering about that muscle head. Whatever body he got dropped into clearly came with perks he still does not fully understand. The fight is over, the confusion is just getting started. Next morning, classroom 2B is pure rumor central. The kendo club got wrecked. Captain and a senpai both landed in the hospital. Word on the street is somebody did it to take over the whole school hierarchy, and every student is suddenly recalculating the power rankings. Yoo-sung sits there listening to the gossip spiral and quietly panics. He knew he had gotten stronger, but he had no idea it was this bad. Meanwhile, his classmate notes that Ryuji is acting completely normal, almost like a protagonist who cannot stray too far from the main story. Our guy files that observation away for later. The door slams open. Red-haired Sakamoto Ryuji storms in furious, and right behind the chaos is Tojo Karen from the kendo club demanding he get out here right now. She is convinced he laid hands on their first years and she wants answers. Karen lays out the hospital visit and the first year's story. Ryuji looks ready for a full brawl in the hallway. Then a quiet, brown-haired girl steps up and flips the entire script. Those kendo first years dragged her into an alley. She was terrified. Ryuji is the one who stepped in and saved her. The accusation collapses on the spot. Karen is left sputtering as the girl calmly tells her to go set her own first years straight. It was never Ryuji's fault. For a second, it looks like the confrontation is over and everyone can go back to normal school life. And then Tojo Karen does the most manga thing possible. She spins around, points straight at Sakamoto Ryuji, and drops a full-volume confession. "You, be my man." She will make him the happiest guy alive. The hallway loses its collective mind. Cheers explode, classmates lose it. The poor girl who just defended Ryuji looks like she got hit by a truck. Yoo-sung can only stare in horror and mutter that a confession attack at a time like this is brutal. The world of romantic comedy does not care about your schedule. Even the resident sunshine girl is bouncing around calling Ryuji cool while he stands there completely overwhelmed. Our transmigrator just wanted to survive a mysterious martial arts ambush and a school rumor mill. Instead, he got front row seats to a full romantic comedy grenade. Next chapter is going to be chaos, and he still has no idea which story he is even inside. Chapter 9 opens on pure romance manga energy. Hearts are floating, classmates are whispering, and everyone has decided Sakamoto is about to date somebody. The only problem is Sakamoto himself has absolutely no idea who that somebody is supposed to be. The rumor mill is already rewriting the story around him. Someone claims Tojo is sweet and totally out of his league, while another insists she turns into a total puppy only for her man. Sakamoto just sits there smiling like he belongs in this conversation, which he very much does not. Cut to Ryo-chan cornering him for answers. She wants the tea on who Sakamoto ends up with, and our guy does the only thing a plot-blind transmigrator can do. He shrugs and admits he honestly has no idea, which she immediately declares is no fun at all. He floats a couple of guesses anyway. Childhood friend Anya, maybe? Ryo-chan, better known as Kishimoto Rika, suddenly lights up like she just unlocked a secret route. In this scramble love story, she announces Sakamoto dates Tojo. And she has one condition. She has to be the one giving Tojo all the love advice. Sakamoto stares at her like she just handed him a script written in another language. Why is she this fired up about a romance he cannot even see coming? Later in the hallway, the plot stops being a rumor and becomes a person. Sakamoto rounds a corner and freezes. Tojo is just sitting there in someone else's classroom like she owns the building, and his brain short-circuits on the name. His friend Satori fills him in fast. Tojo has been non-stop about meeting Sakamoto this weekend, supposedly to buy him a meal as an apology. A meal together is basically a date, and the rumor mill adds that she might be connected to a Yakuza group called the Douche-kai. Sakamoto does not look even slightly convinced. They keep walking and the absurdity piles up. Calling anyone boss in a manga world already feels creepy enough. Then a voice cuts through the hallway like a siren. Someone is sprinting straight at them, yelling Sakamoto's name. Tojo has arrived to insist on that proper apology meal, Golden Week date and all. A pink-haired girl immediately jumps in furious, shouting that this has nothing to do with him and that Rika looks uncomfortable. The hallway turns into pure chaos while Sakamoto just wants the ground to open up. Tojo's courtship does not quit. She keeps hunting him down between classes until Ryo-chan finally corners him herself. No more debate, he is going with her this weekend. End of discussion. Golden Week plans get sorted over lunch. Ryo-chan was just going to help at the family restaurant, so Sakamoto invites her to his place instead. She lights up the second he mentions manga. Her dad has collected enough volumes to fill a whole bookstore, and suddenly this feels a lot like a real date. Then the food talk takes a dangerous turn. Sakamoto casually notes she eats a lot for someone so skinny. Ryo-chan cheerfully explains everything just goes straight to her chest. He short-circuits, she screams perv, and the whole table becomes a sparkling disaster. Outside, fate hands Ryo-chan the perfect opening. She spots Tojo Karen and walks straight up like a professional. One introduction later, she is offering love counseling to the very girl everyone says Sakamoto is supposed to date, and Tojo looks completely blindsided that the rumors about Rika were real. Tojo wants to know how Rika even noticed her problem. Simple. Tojo has been invading their class every single break looking for Sakamoto. It would be weirder not to notice. Rika locks in the deal with zero shame. Love counseling for Tojo too. Meeting after school tomorrow. Serious talk required. Watching them walk off, Sakamoto finally connects a terrifying dot. In the original story, he was supposed to sit at the center of a neat four-way love rivalry. Instead, Rika is out here fixing everyone else's romance like the protagonist of a completely different manga, and something about that feels very off. He decides overthinking can wait. For now, it is time to train. The gym is loud, the weights are heavy, and he is mid-set when a familiar voice cuts through the noise. "Fancy meeting you here." Sakamoto looks up and the chapter drops its real cliffhanger. Standing right there is a sharp-eyed girl who clearly belongs to this story in a big way. Fuma, Yukika, new faces, new routes, and zero warning for a guy who still does not know what manga he is trapped inside. Shibuya after school, and our guy is already in over his head. Karen casually drops that he can just call her Karen now, then immediately upgrades it to Karen-chan, like they have been best friends for years. Ryu just stares, completely blank. Moments earlier, he was minding his own business, and now it feels like he stepped into a whole different world. Karen asked him to help pick an outfit for a date, and somehow he could not say no. Cue the department store montage. Karen lights up over every cute outfit while Ryu stands there nodding like he understands fashion. She drags him and Yoo-sung straight into trying things on. Karen spins out in a bright red look like she was born for the spotlight. Yoo-sung is way more hesitant, muttering that clothes that cute will never suit her. Ryu sees his opening and decides it is finally his time to shine. He bolts off and comes back with the perfect white outfit for Yoo-hung. She freezes, completely overwhelmed, while Karen gushes that it looks amazing on her. Even Ryu has to admit the whole soft look is working overtime. Yoo-hung turns bright red and quietly asks if they make anything more basic for normal people. Meanwhile, across the city, the story takes a very sharp left turn into something that does not feel like school comedy anymore. Welcome to the Ugsan estate, also known as Karen's home. Inside, a sharp-looking man with red hair and glasses sits like he owns the underworld. They call him the Master, alias Master of the Red Kool-Aid Sea. His people report that Karen has been spending freely at clothing stores and that she mentioned liking a boy named Yamamoto Ryu. The Master's expression darkens the second he hears the name. They confirm it. The young lady is planning a date with Yamamoto Ryu. The Master loses it on the spot, slamming the table and roaring the name like Ryu just personally insulted his entire bloodline. Orders fly out immediately. Tail Karen on the date. Make sure that Yamamoto brat does not try anything funny. Every member is confirmed for the operation, which means our clueless protagonist just became the most watched guy in the city. Back in the real world, the trio is just eating burgers like normal teenagers. Yoo-hung shows up late, teases Ryu about only ordering one burger, and the three of them settle into easy conversation that feels almost too peaceful. Ryu quietly realizes these two are actually decent people, not just dramatic manga characters. Yoo-hung brushes off the thanks, saying compared to everything he has done for them, this is nothing. He has no idea what she means, but he smiles anyway. Then the date planning starts. Karen suggests the classic cafe movie dinner route. Yoo-hung shuts it down hard. If they do something that ordinary, certain people will keep eyes on them the whole time. Her counteroffer is an aquarium, soft lights, quiet water, fish drifting by, the perfect mood for feelings to sneak up on someone. Karen immediately trusts the plan like Yoo-hung is her full support party. Ryu agrees without really thinking it through, already planning to spend tomorrow reading manga at home instead. The girls head off, and for one peaceful second, it looks like the chapter might end on a soft note. Nope, Karen spins around, grabs him, and declares they are talking through the whole date plan together right now. She calls him her Ryu-chan with zero shame, and somehow he ends up high-fiving her into a brand new duo name. While Ryu is still processing the fact that he is now officially half of the Yamamoto Ryu and Kim Yoo-hong duo, the Master stands on a rooftop at sunset, watching the exact spot where his daughter's first date will happen. He has no intention of letting this go quietly. Last time, our guy and Rina tailed Tae and Sakamoto straight into the aquarium, squinting through the dim blue light like the world's least subtle spies. One thing comes through crystal clear anyway. Whatever kind of date those two are having, it looks way sweeter than anyone expected. Rina lights up watching them, and the whole stakeout suddenly feels pointless. If the aquarium couple is already this picture perfect, maybe it is time to stop lurking and let the story do its thing. Cut to a bright, open park, and a completely different picnic is about to steal the spotlight. Hanamaki Kazukure Park. Blanket down, homemade rolls stacked high, and our guy sitting across from a very determined red-haired date. Even the fruit is arranged like it belongs in a cooking montage. Someone put serious heart into this spread. From the bushes, the real comedy duo is watching. Karen, still buzzing from aquarium duty, can barely keep her cool while the hooded observer reminds her to keep eyes on the couple. She made that entire bento herself, practiced day and night, and now the nerves are winning. Back on the blanket, the food keeps coming and the vibes stay suspiciously perfect. Our guy keeps offering bites, Rina keeps accepting them, and every little reaction lands like a rom-com highlight reel. For a guy who still has zero clue what manga he fell into, he is accidentally nailing the date scene. The secret watchers are impressed despite themselves. Those two really do look good together. Then the hooded guy notices something off about the bento, and the whole love guru act starts cracking. Turns out the self-proclaimed expert has never actually dated anyone he was serious about. Karen is not letting him live that down, peace signs and all. The picnic starts wrapping up, so the spies decide to shadow them a little longer. Nice vibe, soft lighting, perfect confession weather. What could possibly interrupt this? A shadow drops into the path and the temperature of the chapter flips. Some sharp-eyed punk has been hunting our guy all afternoon and he is not here to compliment the kimbap. Two timing accusations start flying before anyone can even blink. Apparently, this is not the first girl the guy has supposedly sniped, and the new arrival is ready to make it a whole public trial. Rina and the Watchers freeze. Our protagonist, still missing every plot memo, just inherited a rivalry he never signed up for. The backstory spills out fast: a first year who got booted from the kendo club, an alley beatdown he tried to refuse, and a grudge that somehow loops back to Sakamoto. These guys lost their shot at seeing the team senpai forever, and they are taking it personally. Rina has heard enough. She steps straight between them, and the attitude that got these punks kicked out the first time comes roaring back. Suddenly, the sweet park date is a full-blown confrontation, and our guy is stuck in the middle with no script. The insults get uglier. Mismatched couple, dress-up games, pencil case hero. Our guy finally snaps and tells them to shut it, which only proves to the thugs that backup is required. One shout later, and a walking legend named Haseon steps out of the trees. Big Bro Haseon was a campus myth, and the crew treats him like the final boss of bad decisions. Our guy offers to handle it alone so the others can run. Nobody is running. Fists start flying, and the peaceful park turns into a full brawl in seconds. Blows land, someone yells to get lost, and for a moment, it looks like the numbers are just too much. Then a familiar voice cuts through the chaos. Gakumoto has entered the chat, and he does not look like he came to negotiate. One of the thugs still thinks he can grab Rina and talk trash about giving her twice the affection. Bad move. Gakumoto's whole presence shifts. The air goes purple, and the next second, that hand is getting blasted clear off his friend. The crew folds instantly, shouting for their brother while Gakumoto stands over them like the chapter finally remembered it has an ace. Keep your filthy hands off my friend. He does not say things twice. And just like that, our clueless transmigrator learns this manga has way higher stakes than picnic sushi. Chapter 14 drops us straight into the middle of a bad situation. Purple energy crackles around Kim Yoo-sung as he stares down a group of thugs, and the first words out of his mouth are a warning: do not lay those filthy hands on his friend. The other side is not impressed. They call him a sucker puncher who suddenly wants to play hero, and their boss is already shouting for them to jump back in. Our guy has zero idea what kind of manga fight scene he just walked into, but backing down is clearly not an option. One clean exchange later, and the thugs are on the ground wondering what kind of training produces a cheek that hard. Kim Yoo-sung just stands there in his hoodie like this is a normal Tuesday, while his own side frets that they are basically civilians who only know how to brawl a little. Cut to a little while earlier. A long-haired guy in sunglasses and a long coat is hunting for the same punks with his crew. They were eating lunch at the park 5 minutes ago, and now someone has the nerve to touch a girl's hair. Instant rage mode. His subordinates want tools and a full scuffle, but the boss holds them back. He tells everyone to look closely at that boy instead. The second he locks eyes on Kim Yoo-sung, something cold and familiar crawls up his spine. Flashback hits hard. This man once ran into Ivan the Destroyer, boss of the Russian Red Mafia, one-on-one by chance in Japan. That same overwhelming monster energy, that pure fear, is somehow rolling off a regular student named Kim Yoo-sung. None of that underworld nonsense matters to our protagonist right now. From this moment on, he is simply going to take out the trash standing in front of him. He tells Togo to grab Sakamoto and get clear. This one is his. Sakamoto does not want to run. She calls the guy a bastard and refuses to be ignored, but the fight is already exploding. Fists fly, after images blur, and the thugs cannot believe how little Kim Yoo-sung is flinching. The enemy boss decides one more big swing will finish it. Kim Yoo-sung quietly decides the opposite. From here on, he only needs a single hit. In his head, he is already justifying it as legitimate self-defense. One clean, ridiculous punch later, and it is game over. The boss drops like a sack of bricks while his friends scream for him to wake up. Kim Yoo-sung just dusts himself off and mutters that the whole thing was underwhelming. Then the real lecture starts. You laid hands on my friends, he says, eyes glowing with that same terrifying energy. The beaten boss immediately tries the classic "dad is a police big shot" threat, which only makes Kim Yoo-sung smile colder. He grabs the guy by the face and promises to fix those rotten brains. The resulting Iron Claw special has the boss howling that it hurts and begging for mercy in front of a whole crowd of Sakamoto fans. Total public humiliation. One stern look is all it takes. The entire crew scrambles to their feet and sprints away while Kim Yoo-sung casually tells everyone a band-aid will be fine. Sakamoto is having none of it and drags him straight toward the pharmacy, angrier than anyone has ever seen her. With the chaos finally over, the mood between two other people suddenly takes center stage. Togo and Sakamoto sit under the trees while everyone else politely gives them space. Apologies start flying back and forth until the real confession slips out. Cherry blossoms drift down as Sakamoto looks right at Togo and says the words that change everything. I like you. Please go out with me. Our protagonist, still clueless about whose romance arc he just crash-landed in, can only watch from the sidelines as the manga keeps writing itself around him. Chapter 15 opens on pure manga heartbreak fuel. Red-haired Karen drops the big line, begging Sakamoto to go out with her under a sky full of petals, and for a second it looks like the whole story is about to tilt her way. Sakamoto just stares, then delivers the softest possible rejection. He is sorry, he cannot give her the answer she wants, and Karen's face already knows what is coming. She tries to laugh it off and claims she will just start liking him harder, but Sakamoto shuts that down gently. It is not that she is not good enough, he simply has his own circumstances. And here is the twist that freezes her. Truth is, there is a girl he promised to marry when they were little. Until he meets her again, he has zero plans to date anyone. Karen presses him. Was that girl his first love? Sakamoto admits he cried his eyes out the day she moved away, and yeah, she was. Karen takes the hit cleanly, tells him she will give up, and walks off wishing him fun today while poking his cheek like it does not gut her. Across the park, a blonde girl in a cap watches the whole mess unfold, completely lost on what to say. Sakamoto tells her to head home first. He needs a minute alone, and even from behind, he already looks wrecked. Cut to the school stairs at sunset. Karen is sitting alone, completely folded in on herself, when our protagonist Tojo finds her. One look and he knows this is bad. She is a mess of tears and insists of course she is not okay. Tojo crouches down, tells her to breathe, and she confesses this is the first time she has ever cried in front of anyone. Friends, he reminds her, that is allowed. Then the real knife lands. Karen knew he and Rika had been talking. She thought if she completely remade herself, she could win Sakamoto's heart back. She was wrong, and now it hurts so much she feels like she could lose her mind. She breaks completely in his arms, sobbing that she has never felt anything like this before. She loved him, and Tojo, the guy who still has no clue what manga he is trapped in, can only hold on while the story punches him in the feelings. Inside his head, the panic is real. At first, he filed Karen away as just another side character in some romance manga called Scramble Love. Same with Kishimoto. Keep a polite smile, keep a clear line, never get too close. But watching her fall apart like this shatters that theory. People who feel this much pain do not feel like ink on a page. So he does the only thing that makes sense in the moment. He tells her to get up. Karen stares at him like he has lost it. His big motivational speech is basically, if you keep lying here, someone will call the cops. She actually laughs through the tears, which is exactly what he was aiming for. Next second, he is yanking a hoodie over her head and declaring they are going to karaoke, right now. She is going to scream out every last bit of bad luck until there is nothing left. They head off into the evening light, two silhouettes that suddenly feel a lot less like fiction. Nearby, a couple of older folks watch them go and quietly agree that kid Kim Yoo-sung is one of the good ones. Even a sharp-eyed stranger in sunglasses clocks the moment and hopes their paths cross again someday. Whatever this manga is, the side characters are starting to feel dangerously real. And that is how we leave them, inside a glowing karaoke booth, Karen already yelling at Yoo-sung to sing louder while the whole messy heart of Scramble Love keeps spinning. Next chapter is going to turn the volume up even higher. Rika bursts into pure sparkle mode the second she steps inside. Was! So this is a boy's room? Our guy Ryu just stands there while she treats the place like a newly discovered planet. Then she clocks the wall of workout gear and loses it all over again. Do all boys keep this many machines in their room? Ryu deadpans that not every guy lives like this, but she is already wrestling a dumbbell that refuses to move. She demands to know if those weights were even made for humans. Ryu calmly explains they are probably half her body weight, and her jaw hits the floor. Inside his head, he is screaming one question. How did he end up alone in his room with her of all people? Flashback time. It started the usual way, walking to the subway after school, until Rika's stomach lets out a dramatic growl. Ryu offers the obvious fix, swing by his family's restaurant. She lights up the second she remembers his family runs a place. One free meal should be fine, right? Next thing they know, they are parked at Rika's family restaurant and she is diving into the food like it is a religious experience. She praises the cooking so hard, Ryu's mom is already half in love with her. Eat as much as you want, the kitchen will just make more. The second the meal ends, Rika springs up with zero warning. Okay, Ryu-chan, let's go. Go where? To check out your room, obviously? Ryu realizes he was an idiot for thinking the day would stay normal. One door slide later and the blonde whirlwind is officially inside his personal space. She immediately zeroes in on his manga shelf and starts teasing him. Ryu-chan, you are into manga like this? He tries to play it cool, claiming the stack is just future reference material, while she grins like she has caught him red-handed. Then she spots the real treasure and her whole face changes. Golden Sakura. Ryu admits it is his all-time favorite, and Rika practically vibrates because it is hers too. First editions, she cannot believe he actually owns them. They geek out hard. The art, the dry ending that still hits, the character psychology, the foreshadowing. Ryu has never met anyone who loves this series as much as he does. Then Rika drops the nuclear option with a sunny smile. My papa is going to be over the moon. Papa? She never mentioned it before. Her father is a mangaka. Specifically, he is Kishimoto Musashi, the creator of Golden Sakura. Ryu's brain short-circuits so hard the panel practically explodes. It all clicks. Kishimoto is a common name, but the blonde hair that is not quite blonde, the British mother, the fact he literally visited her house over Golden Week, he was standing in the legend's house and never knew. Rika cheerfully offers to introduce him to her dad and get him an autograph. Ryu is living every fan's ultimate fantasy and he knows it. This is what it means to win. Later, flipping through the series again, the main character's gentle strength reminds him of someone. His thoughts drift protectively toward Rika, and the chapter lets that quiet feeling hang in the air. Next day at school, the mood flips. The student council president corners him about Golden Week. She wants help picking a memorable gift for an incoming Russian exchange student, and she is not taking no for an answer. Ryu agrees on the surface, already plotting to nudge the date later so it does not collide with meeting Rika's legendary father. She seals the deal with a terrifying smile. Break this promise and she will never forgive him. Back in the hallway, the class gossip is buzzing. Those two American troublemakers who kept causing problems suddenly put in transfer requests on the same day. Everyone agrees it is weird, but at least they will stop harassing people. The teacher sweeps in, scolds the late arrivals, and orders everyone into their seats for English. Ryu sits there with a head full of mangaka daughters, Golden Week promises, and a story that keeps rewriting itself around him. Whatever comes next, he is still flying completely blind. English class is in full swing, and our guy is just trying to blend in like a normal student who definitely belongs here. The new teacher, Mizuki Manae, has the whole room working through simple questions while he sits there with zero idea what kind of manga plot this classroom is even building toward. She calls on students one by one, and the answers stay safely basic. Then it is Kim Yoo-sung's turn, and the question lands right on him. Recommend a place in Japan for a visitor from England. No cheat sheet, no remembered plot, just pure improvisation. He goes with Osaka, tourist-friendly, lots of foreigners, easy day trips. It sounds perfectly reasonable, except Mizuki-sensei's face does something that is very much not a teacher praising a student face. She forces out a bright, perfect answer, while he is already panicking in his head. That expression looked like pure dislike. In a story he has never read, even a simple geography answer can apparently count as a critical hit. After class, she keeps smiling at him a little too hard, praising how well he has been doing. Yoo-sung pieces it together fast. She is not mad about Osaka, she is scared of him. The ridiculous rumors about him being some untouchable heir have clearly reached the teacher's lounge. He walks the hallway replaying every wild story people have whispered about him. River gang showdowns, crime boss connections, the whole dramatic package. For a guy who just wants to survive the chapter, the reputation is doing way too much heavy lifting. So he decides the safest move is to lean into it, act like someone people would rather not mess with, keep his head down, and hope the story stops throwing side quests at him. Career counseling is next on the schedule, and he has no idea how loaded that conversation is about to get. The second he greets Mizuki-sensei by name, she nearly jumps out of her skin. Kim Yoo-sung walks in for a normal counseling session and she is already treating him like the final boss of the school. He can practically feel the rumors sitting in the chair next to him. She asks about his future plans. He admits he is not sure yet. Then she floats the idea of taking over the family business, and his brain short-circuits straight to Yakuza. The misunderstanding is so thick you could cut it with a desk ruler. He finally gets the truth out. His parents run a small set-menu restaurant in Setagaya. Nothing glamorous, nothing criminal. The tension in the room drops so fast you can almost hear it hit the floor, and for one beautiful moment, the rumors lose a little power. She asks what subjects he is good at. Math and science, he says. He immediately pushes back, telling him choosing a path just because he is skilled at it right now would be foolish. He agrees harder than she expects. Engineering is off the table in this life, no debate. Then Mizuki-sensei does something the rumors never prepared him for. She opens up. She never planned on becoming a teacher either. Her real dream was to be a voice actress, ever since she fell for a character in a storybook as a kid. She followed a teacher's practical advice, picked the stable path, and regretted it almost immediately once college started. Now she looks him gone in the eye and tells him the only advice that actually matters. Think it over carefully. It is his life. The counseling ends on a surprisingly warm note. He even tells another teacher afterward that Kim Yoo-sung is a thoughtful student, not the walking disaster the rumors painted. For once, someone in this manga is updating their opinion of him in the right direction. Golden Week arrives and the story yanks him straight to Enoshima. He shows up early, phone in hand, actually feeling like he has a handle on the day. That feeling lasts about 3 seconds. The student council president appears and she is not in a sightseeing mood. She is late, furious, and already mid-scold before he can even process what he is looking at. Whatever peaceful holiday chapter he thought this was, the manga has other plans. Our guy is already 10 minutes early for this mystery date, phone in hand, trying to look casual. Kumiko is not impressed. Apparently promising to meet a lady means you show up 30 minutes early and wait like a gentleman, and his sense of propriety is currently failing the vibe check. He stammers out an apology and even floats the idea of just setting the time earlier next time. She lets it slide this once, then immediately hits him with the real demand. He is buying her matcha ice cream from that shop over there, no debate. Cue the classic ice cream handoff, complete with a dramatic drop and a quick recovery. Whatever, it is not a big deal. They stroll along with their cones while he quietly wonders why he is the one paying and where exactly this date is even going. The matcha hits the spot and he is glad it suits her, but the wandering is starting to feel aimless. He brings up the actual mission of the day, buying a present for the exchange student. Kumiko just tells him she knows the way and to follow her, van already out like she is locking in. Meanwhile, in a black car parked nearby, the Akane family butler and maid are on full covert ops. Their mission is simple: ensure Lady Kumiko's successful date. Coaching notes include appealing more to her feminine charms and acting natural. Our guy has absolutely no idea he is being monitored. First stop is a temple, where Kumiko locks eyes with a massive Buddha statue and decides this is the perfect gift. The shopkeeper is thrilled by her refined taste. Our guy is internally screaming that she has not done anything yet, and this is somehow already out of control. The price tag hits a cool $1,000,000 and the butler panics over the earpiece. This is no time for temple sightseeing on a date. Kumiko suddenly gets chills, keeps her voice down, and they bail before the whole cover gets blown. Back on the street, she remembers the golden rule: never let your partner get bored. She blurts out that she has something urgent and they are leaving now, nearly face-planting in the process. He steadies her, she brushes it off as lightheadedness, and they pivot to the next location. Orders from the shadows send them straight to a traditional clothing shop for kimonos and yukatas. Inside, Kumiko browses while he tries to give useful opinions. Price does not matter, she wants the best piece in the store, and the owner is more than happy to oblige. Option after option gets rejected. Too plain, not her style, still not right. It finally comes down to one yukata and one kimono, both beautiful, and she cannot decide. The shopkeeper suggests the obvious: try them on herself. Our guy agrees it would help her choose. The maid on comms is losing it because supporting the young lady is literally rule number 2. Then the shop owner steps out and the whole room freezes. It is Minami. The family maid is the shopkeeper. Minami drops the act just long enough to remind everyone she has mastered the arts, and this was all part of the plan to help Kumiko appeal. She hustles the young lady into the back to change, promising to make her look as beautiful as possible. Kumiko is very much not mentally ready. While the girls disappear, our guy is left outside with his phone, casually crushing a mobile game like this is any other afternoon. Cherry blossoms start drifting, the door slides, and then Kumiko steps out. She is in a full floral kimono, hair done, fan in hand, looking like she walked out of a completely different genre. Soft question, so how do I look? Our guy's brain blue screens on the spot. No plot armor prepares you for this. He finally manages the only honest words he has. You look stunning. It really suits you. Minami is cackling in triumph somewhere off screen, declaring this is what happens when she gets serious, and cheerfully announces she is changing into a yukata next. They step aside to wait. Heartbeats hammer. Kumiko's face goes pink, eyes wide, completely unsure what to do with the way he is looking at her. Our guy is trapped in a romance scene he never saw coming, and the next outfit change is already loading. Chapter 19 drops us right into Makino Broadway, and our guy still has zero idea what kind of story he is starring in. All he knows is that Minami, the photography club president, somehow ended up on this outing with him, and she is glowing like the camera already loves her. He tries to play it cool, offering to call a car so they can head out, but Minami wants to look around a little first. The famous street, the lights, the whole date-adjacent vibe he never signed up for. He just nods and follows like he belongs here. Except they are not alone. A couple of very serious men in suits are trailing them with cameras, whispering about sloppy shots and reports back to the young lady. One of them is already seething that Kim Yoo-sung has no idea how lucky he is. The bodyguards keep their distance while muttering that Minami actually likes this clueless guy. Yoo-sung, of course, hears none of it. He just leads her into his go-to ramen place like this is a normal afternoon. Menus hit the table, and Yoo-sung suddenly announces he needs the restroom. Fast. The bodyguards freeze. One of them is already clutching his stomach and blaming Shrine ice cream, because nothing about this stakeout is going smoothly. Orders are given, wait until the young lady starts eating, then slip out quietly. Yoo-sung bolts for the bathroom anyway, and the lead bodyguard follows with the energy of a man who has already had enough today. Inside the restroom, the universe decides to make things worse. Yoo-sung comes face to face with the student council vice president. Mutual shock, mutual panic. The peaceful date is officially over. Minami is already on the phone outside, cheerfully explaining that she ran into the vice president by chance. Then the rest of the student council appears, and suddenly this quiet ramen stop has turned into a full executive meeting neither of them planned. The vice president covers by saying he is treating Yoo-sung out of gratitude. The bodyguards in the corner are losing their minds. This was definitely not in the briefing. Yoo-sung can only sit there wondering what happened to his nice, peaceful outing. Ramen finally arrives, and it turns out this might be Minami's first real bowl. She has only ever seen it on TV. Everyone watches her take a bite like it is a national event. Her verdict? It is delicious. Yoo-sung looks quietly relieved. He offers to cover the rest and tells her to eat as much as she wants. The vice president tries to finish her leftovers and immediately gets shut down for the fake stomachache stunt earlier. The group eventually migrates to a game center because of course they do. Crane games, fighting games, pure chaos. The vice president keeps losing and keeps mocking the losses. Yoo-sung watches this overprotective brother spiral in real time and still has no clue how any of this fits the manga he is stuck inside. Credits run out, pride does not. The vice president declares they will settle this like men and drags everyone to the punching machine. Yoo-sung tries to protest, it does not work. Then the vice president drops the line that changes the entire energy of the room. Maybe Yoo-sung has not noticed until now, but in truth, he is the skinny but secretly ripped type. Shirt comes open, fire effects everywhere. Absolute main character nonsense. The bodyguards and Minami can only stare. Someone demands to know how he even hides muscles like that. The vice president just laughs, completely unbothered, while Yoo-sung stands there realizing the story just leveled up without giving him a single page of warning. Flames keep rising as the vice president steps forward and says he did not take Yoo-sung for the kind of man who runs from a challenge. Our transmigrator has no plot armor, no spoiler knowledge, and now he has a ripped student council rival staring him down. Next chapter is going to hurt. Chapter 20 drops us straight into pure chaos energy. Kim Yoo-sung is standing in front of a strength machine with fire basically rolling off him, and the crowd is already treating this like a main character moment. He has no idea what manga he is in, but the body he got stuck with clearly came with the full dramatic package. He winds up and just obliterates the thing. The machine lights up, the sound effects go nuclear, and the scoreboard screams 960. Everyone loses their minds. A brand new record, and Yoo-sung is standing there like he only meant to tap it. The little digital girl on the screen is celebrating, confetti everywhere, and the club kids are already swarming. Someone even calls for the president. Yoo-sung just wanted to blend in for one afternoon and somehow became the main event. Jin Yoo-hana is right there beside him, eyes sparkling, telling him he can do it. Yoo-sung is internally screaming because he was only curious what she could pull off at full power. Now the whole arcade thinks he is some kind of superhuman. Later, he is alone with his thoughts, and the comedy of his situation hits hard. He has the body of a mid-tier bad character type in this manga, all muscle and zero plot knowledge. One casual punch already made the machine cry for mercy. So of course he decides the only logical next step is to hit it even harder. If the machine is going to break anyway, he might as well break it beautifully. This is the kind of improvisation you get when you have no idea what the story wants from you. The second punch is pure overkill. Light flares, the machine folds like paper, and the scoreboard just gives up and shows 0. He dented the iron frame instead of the pad. Peak transmigrator energy. Yoo-hana stares at the wreckage while Yoo-sung tries to play it cool. He calls the whole thing a draw and pretends nothing weird just happened. Inside, he is praying the story does not suddenly decide he is the secret final boss. They leave the ruined machine behind and the mood flips completely. Yoo-sung suggests photo booth stickers like a normal guy on a normal outing. For once, the manga lets him have something soft instead of another dramatic power moment. The whole group piles into the booth and the camera starts flashing. Silly faces, peace signs, the works. Yoo-sung is jammed in the middle of pure manga slice-of-life energy, and he has never looked more out of his depth or more relieved. They check the finished stickers and everyone is laughing. Even the cool sunglasses guy looks soft for a second. Yoo-sung realizes this kind of simple fun might be the closest thing to belonging he has felt since he got thrown in here. Karaoke is next, and the night turns sparkly. Yoo-hana takes the mic like she was born for the spotlight, while Yoo-sung just tries to keep up. Music notes everywhere, big smiles, and for a few panels, it almost feels like he is living someone else's perfect date chapter. Outside, under the city lights, the energy finally settles. Yoo-sung walks Yoo-hana home, and the conversation turns quiet and honest. She talks about how long she waited for someone and how today felt like the first real fun she has had in forever. She thanks him for staying by her side and calls the whole day a precious memory. Yoo-sung, still flying completely blind in this story, just listens and feels the weight of every word. Whatever role the manga assigned him, he is starting to matter to these people for real. They part ways with soft smiles and a promise that next time will not be the last. The bus pulls away and Yoo-sung is left standing there with the warm afterglow of a day he never saw coming. For a guy with 0 plot spoilers, he is doing surprisingly okay. Cut to a completely different room. A bright blonde girl bursts in yelling, "Papa!" and the whole tone flips. The man she is talking to smiles like he already knows something big is coming. He tells her he is looking forward to meeting the friend she keeps talking about. Then he says the name out loud, that boy named Kim Yoo-sung. Somewhere across the city, our clueless transmigrator has no idea a brand new pair of eyes just locked onto him. Golden Week, Day 2, and Ryu is keeping a promise he barely understands. He shows up at Rika's house with 0 plot knowledge and the vague hope that smiling politely will get him through whatever scene this is supposed to be. The door opens on a sharp-looking man in a dark turtleneck who greets him with perfect composure. Ryu bows on instinct, blurting that it is an honor, while his brain scrambles to figure out why this guy feels like a final boss. Then the realization hits like a truck. This is Kishimoto-sensei, manga god Musashi. Rika's dad is a living legend, and Ryu just walked into his house completely blind. He forces a smile and follows them inside before his soul leaves his body. Inside, Rika's mom Maria has gone full host mode. Blonde, bright, and already treating Ryu like family, she ushers him to a table loaded with food while casually dropping that Rika has been talking about him nonstop. The meal looks incredible, but the atmosphere is pure tension. Dad is staring hard. This is the first time their daughter has ever brought a guy home, and Ryu can feel every protective dad manga trope locking onto him at once. Maria tries to smooth things over, explaining they only really got to know each other after Ryu helped Rika when she got lost. Rika nearly chokes on her food from pure secondhand embarrassment, while her parents keep talking about her like she is not right there. The conversation drifts into old memories, and suddenly we are watching little Rika cling to her dad, promising she will marry him when she grows up. Maria laughs that she really thought her daughter would stay that small forever. After dinner, Kishimoto-sensei offers something Ryu never saw coming, a tour of his studio. Ryu lights up like a kid in a candy store because even without plot knowledge, he knows this is a once-in-a-lifetime invite. The studio is packed with drafts and tools, pure manga creator energy. Then they swing by Rika's room, which turns out to be less bedroom and more personal manga library. Ryu is living every fan's dream and trying not to look too obvious about it. Maria drops off tea and snacks, warns them not to touch anything weird, and leaves the two of them alone. The second the door closes, the air gets awkward fast. Ryu sits there overthinking every possible manga flag he might be tripping. Maria pops back in long enough for Ryu to stumble over what to call her. She just laughs and tells him Maria is fine. Then she drops the real bomb. She found Rika's old growth album, and she is absolutely going to show it off. Cue the dark past, little Rika in a full gothic dress, striking a dramatic pose like she was ready to debut as a villainess. Ryu stares. Rika loses her entire mind. Mom is having the time of her life. Rika practically tackles the album away, face burning, begging her mom to stop. Maria finally retreats with a wink, leaving Ryu under strict orders to keep the gothic secret forever. He agrees immediately, survival first. Once the embarrassment settles, something softer takes over. Ryu admits he was a total mess in middle school too, weak and convinced he was not manly enough. So he started training before high school and somehow ended up like this. Rika digs up an old photo of him and freezes. That cool, sharp-looking guy in the black shirt is really Ryu-chan? She cannot stop staring. He just shrugs, a little shy, like the transformation still surprises him too. The teasing fades into something quieter. They are sitting close now, hearts hammering loud enough that even Ryu can hear the romance flags slamming down around him. He still has no idea what kind of manga this is, but the story is not waiting for him to figure it out. Chapter 22 picks up right in the middle of pure emotional chaos. Rika's heart is hammering so hard the panels can barely contain it, and our guy Ryu Hyun just blurted her name like it physically hurt him. He has zero idea what kind of confession scene he just walked into. He does the only thing a plot-blind transmigrator can do. He freezes, stammers, and somehow lands on the safest possible answer. He only sees her as a good friend. The sparkles around Rika get taken out instantly. That one sentence just rewrote the entire mood of the chapter. Rika forces a bright smile and agrees, calling him a good friend right back. Inside, Ryu Hyun is sweating bullets, repeating the word like a mantra, while the story clearly wanted something way more dramatic. He has no script, and he just friend-zoned a main heroine on pure instinct. They end up sitting together while she thanks him for everything he did for her. Ryu Hyun tries to downplay it, saying she shouldn't treat one day of help like some lifelong debt. The soft lighting and her gentle expression make it painfully clear this moment was written to be romantic, and he is improvising for his life. Outside, under a gorgeous sunset, Rika decides she should head home for dinner. Ryu Hyun walks her part of the way, still completely lost about what this relationship is supposed to be. She waves goodbye with a smile that feels a little too bright, and suddenly Golden Week is almost over. Before she leaves for real, Rika makes him promise to have fun and not forget sunscreen. She even offers to come help if anything happens. Ryu Hyun watches her go, still turning over every confusing second of the day, completely unaware the story is about to throw him somewhere new. At the station, the air gets heavy again. Rika admits he was on her mind all day and calls him a genuinely good person. She grabs his hand for a second, looking like she wants to say more, then lets go and walks away under the evening lights. Ryu Hyun is left standing there with zero context and a racing heart. Cut to Golden Week, Day 5. Ryu Hyun is in Akihabara doing the most normal thing possible, buying every manga he can carry so he can finally figure out what story he is trapped in. He is mid-thought about his haul when the sidewalk suddenly becomes a disaster zone. Someone slams into him at full speed. Manga goes flying, bodies tumble, and Ryu-hyun finds himself on the ground, staring up at a blue-haired girl in a beanie who looks like she just escaped a chase scene. Before he can ask a single question, she is already dragging him into the nearest alley. Turns out, a group of guys in suits are after her. Ryu-hyun has no idea who she is or why this is happening, but his body moves on pure survival instinct. He pulls her the opposite direction of the blocked-off end she was about to run into, and they barely slip into a small shop. Safe for the moment, the girl catches her breath and introduces herself as Sasha. She immediately clocks that Ryu-hyun is not Japanese and starts grilling him in that blunt, main character way every manga heroine seems to have. He is still trying to process how he went from buying comics to being a getaway partner. Sasha thanks him, then casually offers money like this is a business transaction. When he hesitates, she doubles down, insisting common sense is rare and beautiful girls like her get asked out constantly. Ryu-hyun just stares, wondering what dimension of logic he has entered now. She finally drops the real reason she is running. Her father is apparently a huge deal back in a place called Luxia, and she thinks those men were trying to kidnap her. Ryu-hyun's brain short-circuits. Luxia. That name just rang every alarm bell he has. Then it hits him like a truck. The blue hair, the foreign background, the kidnapping plot. He has seen this exact character before. She is not just some random girl he crashed into. She is a main heroine from a completely different series. Scramble Love, the popular transfer student from Luxia, one of the main heroines. LA. Ryu-hyun just got thrown into a second manga without warning, and the girl sitting across from him has no idea he knows exactly who she is supposed to be. Chapter 23 drops us straight into the middle of a very weird errand. Our guy has somehow ended up babysitting a blue-haired girl in a bright yellow jacket and a solar cap, and she just casually asks him to guard her until 2 in the afternoon. He blinks, looks her over, and realizes the outfit actually does look easier to move in than whatever she was wearing before. He still cannot believe she is fine with such a simple deal. She has clearly been chased by someone, yet she wants to keep walking around crowded streets like nothing is wrong. Her logic is pure manga heroine energy. It is easier to shake pursuers in a crowd because they will never expect it. And that is when the story finally puts a name to the face. Meet Alexandra Ivanovna Romanova, nicknamed Sasha, a Russian girl who was a super popular character from the previous series and one of the main heroines. Normally, her first appearance should have been with the actual protagonist. Instead, for some reason, she ran into our completely clueless guy first. Our guy's brain is doing backflips. Is this set before her official debut? Why is a main heroine being chased right now? He has zero plot knowledge, so every answer is just a shrug and a rising sense of panic. Still, when she tries to hand him money like he is a hired bodyguard, he pushes back hard. He decides the only sane move is to treat this like a 6-hour job. He is actually pretty good at reading people, and the guy watching them from a distance already looks strong at a glance. So he tells Sasha it is time to move, because if they stay in one place, the trackers will pin them down for sure. Too late, voices shout from behind them, ordering him not to move, and suddenly hands are reaching to grab him. Former KGB agents? How did they find the pair this fast? Our guy has about half a second to process that this simple guard job just turned into an action sequence he never signed up for. The fight explodes across the street. Suits come at him from every angle, fists and kicks flying, and our guy is forced to improvise like his life depends on it. He shoves Sasha toward cover and yells at her to hide in here for now while he buys them both a few precious seconds. More agents pour in, and our guy actually starts quoting rom-com logic under his breath. In rom-coms, the guy with the bigger build always wins, right? He charges straight into the next wave, sweating, swinging, and somehow dropping street-level thugs one after another while Sasha watches from the sidelines. Just when he thinks he has the level under control, the real problem arrives. The remaining agents freeze and fall back on command. A massive, bald mountain of a man steps forward, and the name hits the air like a boss title card, Captain Boris. Sasha's face says everything. No matter how strong our guy looks, there is no way he can beat Captain Boris. The captain flexes, cracks his neck, and invites him to fall under his raw, calm muscle. Our guy just stares, sweat already forming, realizing this opponent is way tougher than he thought. He decides the only chance is to finish this quickly. The two of them collide in a brutal exchange of punches and grapples, the kind of fight that makes the whole street feel too small. Captain Boris is grinning like he has already won, while our guy keeps searching for any opening the story forgot to give him. Then the tide flips in the most unexpected way. Our guy stops trading raw power and starts going after joints instead. Captain Boris's eyes go wide as pressure hits places that should never be twisted, and suddenly the unstoppable captain is the one yelling in shock. "My hip joint!" Boris roars, half furious and half panicked, accusing our guy of trying to cripple him. The captain's perfect posture collapses under the locks, and the man who looked like a final boss is suddenly on the defensive, face twisted in pure disbelief. One final slam and it is over. Captain Boris hits the ground hard, completely taken out, while our guy stands over him breathing like he just ran a marathon. Sasha can only stare. He actually did it. The main heroine's terrifying pursuer is down, and the guy with zero plot armor somehow walked away standing. Even mid-victory, our guy stays practical. "Joint injuries are serious," he mutters, already worrying about who is going to pay if he cannot go to the gym after this. Around them, the remaining agents can only whisper the same stunned question: how can anyone take down Captain Boris? Miles away, a calm voice on a phone receives the impossible report. Captain Boris Zarin has been taken out by a mixed-race guy around 180 centimeters, black hair, sharp eyes. The listener goes quiet, then speaks a name that freezes the entire channel, Black Yasha. And the final question hangs in the air like a loaded gun. Is that who it is? Chapter 24 opens on a name that clearly means trouble in this manga, Black Yasha. An older man with sharp glasses stares into the dark like the whole underworld just hiccuped, and the question hanging in the air is simple. Was it really him? Someone on the inside just dropped a tip. Black Yasha, the underworld's top information broker who vanished without a word, might be resurfacing. Our mystery woman is already deep in the files, fingers flying, trying to decide if the legend is back or if this is just another rumor with teeth. She remembers the stories. If Black Yasha was that dangerous, why disappear so cleanly? The files spit out an old highlight reel, the God of Fist tournament, a fighter named Fuma Kotaro who showed up out of nowhere, tore through the bracket, and walked out a legend after a single run. The pieces click for her a little too hard. Could the quiet broker and that tournament monster be the same person all grown up? She is already moving, coat flaring, hand slamming a door open as she shouts after someone who just became very important. Hard cut, completely different energy. We drop straight into a pastel-made cafe where two cheerful attendants are welcoming Master like he just walked into a fever dream. Our guy, who still has zero idea what manga he is trapped in, looks like he wants the floor to swallow him. He is here because this is apparently the must-see tourist stop in Japan, and the blue-haired girl next to him is treating the whole thing like a mandatory field trip. Between bites of conversation, we learn she is tied to something called Solar, a giant arms manufacturer, and the little devices everyone carries are EMF trackers used by combat squads. Their maid for the afternoon is Hioneko Nya, full catgirl energy, and she is not letting anyone eat in peace. There is a ritual, a mandatory, sparkly heart-hands ritual. She wants the full Momo Kyun performance before a single bite is allowed. Our protagonist freezes like a man who just realized the script expects him to cosplay. He mumbles, stalls, and finally forces out the most painful moe kyun ever recorded while making the heart pose. The table loses it. He looks ready to retire from existence. Food finally arrives, but Nya has one more rule. Whoever finishes last wears the cat ear headband and has to end every sentence with Nya. Our guy, already emotionally exhausted from the heart pose, stares at that headband like it is a personal curse. He swears he is going to win this round. He does not. Sparkles explode, cat ears materialize on his head, and the table erupts. One more round, he begs. Nya is already celebrating like she planned this from the start. Eventually, the chaos winds down and they step back into the evening air. The blue-haired girl, still wearing that solar cap, looks almost peaceful for once. She admits the whole tourist act was a cover. She snuck out of the hotel because she wanted one real afternoon of sightseeing while they were in Japan. Those tough guys from earlier? Not random thugs. They were her father's hired bodyguards. She apologizes for the lie, says she still had fun, and tells him he can head back now. For a second, it feels like a quiet little win inside a story he still does not understand. Then the sky ruins everything. A booming laugh cuts across the rooftop, a helicopter thunders into frame, and a very expensive-looking older man with gray hair and sunglasses drops in like the final boss of parental supervision. Finally found you. He locks eyes on the girl and the temperature drops. You really pulled quite the stunt, Sasha. So that is her name, Sasha, daughter of a man who arrives by helicopter and treats a city like his living room. Our protagonist suddenly understands he has been hanging out with someone way above his pay grade. The father's gaze slides over to our guy next, and the question lands like a challenge. Who is this man who dared throw himself into her orbit? Sasha does not flinch. She steps forward, calm and clear, and draws a line in the air between them. This is a personal matter, she says. Then the real gut punch title drop, my daughter. The man who just crashed their evening with a helicopter is not just any rich executive. He is Sasha's father, and our clueless transmigrator is now standing in the middle of a family reunion he was never supposed to attend. Next chapter is going to be awkward. Chapter 25 drops us straight onto a rooftop at sunset, and the mood is already heavy. A sharp-eyed older man in a coat looks our guy gone in the face and says, "This is personal. It concerns his daughter." Before anyone can explain further, the daughter herself shows up, bright and cheerful, asking if Papa was sneaking out again. Our protagonist freezes. He has absolutely no idea which family drama he just walked into. Nearby, a blue-haired girl is spinning out. Why is some random guy from their circle suddenly speaking Japanese with this man? And why does the name Black Trader keep coming up? She puts it together fast. Do not tell her he got involved with that Japanese man she has been watching out for. Our guy just stands there pointing at himself like, me? Because of course he has no clue. Then the older man drops the legend. 10 years ago, a fixer vanished without a trace. The Black Trader himself, Fuma Kotaro. Our protagonist's brain is doing cartwheels. What is anyone talking about? Out of nowhere, a blue-haired man in shades steps up, grinning like he has been waiting a decade for this. Come on then, let us settle it. Today they finish the match that started 10 years ago. Our guy grabs him, completely lost. Who even are you? The answer comes easy. Kim Yoo-sung, and by any chance, does he know a man named Fuma Kotaro? First time he has ever heard the name, honest. The older man decides to spare him for now and sends him off. Alone again, our protagonist mutters that he must just look like this Fuma guy. He even asks someone to tell the big captain he is sorry about earlier. Polite to a fault. Kim Yoo-sung is not done. He wants to know how this high schooler took out his captain. Then the foot comes down hard and the rooftop turns into a full-blown clash. No warning, no explanation, just impact. Blows fly. Energy cracks the air. Our guy is dodging for his life while Kim Yoo-sung keeps coming, treating this like the grudge match of the century. Somewhere in the chaos, a brand new manga volume even gets wrecked, and that might be the real crime here. Kim Yoo-sung is impressed. A completely untrained high schooler just dropped his right-hand man. That kind of raw talent only shows up once in 100 years. Our protagonist is yelling the whole time. Why is any of this happening? Then Kim Yoo-sung makes the offer, come work under me. And that is the exact second everything clicks for our guy. This world, Scramble Love, is no ordinary rom-com anymore. He runs the whole timeline in his head, the absurd strength, the constant fights, the way every quiet moment keeps exploding. It all points to one conclusion. The series shifted. Pure rom-com became full-on battle manga. Publisher pressure, rankings, an author who finally broke and pivoted. If that is true, then our guy is stuck surrounded by dangerous powerhouses forever. Kim Yoo-sung is still waiting for an answer, dangling tuition, a car, anything he wants. In a textbook battle series, the strong older fighter is destined to fall to the real protagonist someday. So the smartest move is obvious. Stay close to the main character. Highest chance of making it through. He settles it. Decision made, the fight ramps right back up. Kim Yoo-sung comes in extreme as ever while our guy shouts why everything has to be life or the end with this man. An opening appears, neither of them is holding back now. They trade hits across the rooftop until Kim Yoo-sung finally slows, breathing hard. Then he smiles and offers one last piece of advice. If you are going to swing, swing with real intent. The chapter slams shut on that glowing fist and a whole lot of unanswered questions. Chapter 26 drops us straight into chaos. Kim Yoo-bung is mid-brawl with a terrifying old powerhouse, purple energy ripping through the air as he barely scrapes by on pure improvisation. Remember, this guy still has zero idea what manga he fell into, so every flashy technique is a complete mystery to him. He staggers back, gasping that he only survived by slapping his hand at the last second. Whatever he just pulled off leaves the old man staring like he saw a ghost. Yoo-bung has no clue he just used something legendary. The old man names it out loud. The Emperor's Double Eagle, a secret Imperial Romanov martial art. Yoo-bung just blinks through the blue energy crackling around his fist, still playing catch-up while everyone else treats this like destiny. Sasha rushes in, screaming for her papa to stop, but the old man is locked in. He declares he is taking Yoo-bung with him no matter what, offering to teach every technique he knows if the kid just submits. The pitch gets heavier. Papa praises how Yoo-bung blocked elite-level attacks like they were nothing and promises overwhelming power that makes the weak bow down. Classic manga mentor speech, except our guy never signed up for any of this. Yoo-bung's answer is pure heart. He thinks of the precious people he has met in this world and flat-out refuses to throw them away. No plot armor, no destiny talk, just a normal guy choosing his found family over raw power. That conviction only fires the old man up more. He calls it admirable, then the fists start flying again as Yoo-bung shouts for him to give it up. The rooftop turns into a full-on energy storm. Yoo-bung catches a strike under his heel and the exchange gets brutal. Purple blasts, red impacts, both of them getting knocked around while the old man realizes this kid is on a completely different level than expected. Just when it looks like the fight might end someone, Sasha throws herself between them, screaming stop. She begs her papa to back off, pointing out Yoo-bung only protected her for half a day. The old man is not having it. Sasha refuses to move and lunges forward anyway. Papa coldly warns that even his own daughter will not be shown mercy if she gets in the way. The tension spikes hard as she hits the ground and Yoo-bung's patience finally snaps. Yoo-bung tells the old man he talks too much and that this ends now. They clash again in a blur of fists and energy until a sudden rain of black shuriken freezes everyone in place. A long-haired girl in black lands between them. She is Fuma Yasha, acting head of the 17th Fuma Ninja Clan, and she just interrupted the whole fight with Black Yasha's signature shuriken. Even Sasha blurts out Fuma-senpai in shock. The old man recognizes the name Fuma Kotaro, the man she has been searching for. Fuma Yasha quietly confirms that man is her father. 10 years of lost contact, rumors of Black Yasha and a daughter, and now she is standing right here. No time for full reunions. Fuma Yasha shoves a secret family pill into Yoo-bung's hand, saying it will draw out power he has not been able to use. She tells him to take it now while she holds the old man off. Yoo-bung hesitates for half a second, then swallows it. Instant regret. Heat explodes through his body, flames licking up his arms as he clutches his chest, and the whole rooftop lights up orange. The transformation ramps harder. Yoo-bung drops to a knee, roaring as raw energy pours off him in waves. Fuma Yasha and Sasha can only watch while the old man braces for whatever nightmare just woke up inside the guy who still does not know the plot. Chapter 27 kicks off the only way a blind transmigrator fight can. Kim Yoo-sung erupts in raw power, flames and energy ripping out of him like the story finally decided he gets a power-up scene. He has no idea what manga this is, but his body sure seems to know the choreography. The blue-haired powerhouse across from him feels it immediately. Something inside Yoo-sung just unlocked, every channel bursting open at once. For a guy improvising his way through someone else's plot, this is either the best or worst possible timing. The older fighter clocks it right away. A third eye opened, unknown energy surging. He can feel an enormous force pouring off this random high schooler, and the only person who might stop him in time is Kim Yoo-sung himself. Even the girls watching from the sidelines can tell this is way past a normal scrap. One tiny pill somehow turned the volume all the way up, and now every dramatic manga instinct in the area is screaming. Yoo-sung still has zero context for any of it. The old man lays it out cold. He is no soft villain who raises a hand against his own daughter. He is an irredeemable force, and the natural law of this world is simple. The weak get stripped of everything by the strong. Then he points straight at Yoo-sung and tells him to listen well. Yoo-sung's answer is pure protagonist energy. He does not even know he is copying. Knock me down right here, right now. The old man smiles, summons a roaring spirit tiger, and the real fight is on. Our guy is about to spar with someone who claims the title of strongest. Blows start flying at impossible speed. The older fighter is shocked. He can see the attacks coming, yet Yoo-sung is reading every movement like the script is suddenly open in front of him. For a transmigrator with no plot knowledge, that third eye boost is doing heavy lifting. Yoo-sung finds the opening and drives forward. One clean hit after another lands, and the so-called strongest man in the world actually gets shoved back by a high schooler's attack. The look on his face says this was never supposed to happen in the original story. Pride takes over. The old man roars that he is the strongest, that there is no way he loses to some Japanese high schooler, and unleashes his signature move, Emperor's Griffin. Yoo-sung just plants his feet and answers with everything he has left. The clash is massive. The older fighter is convinced nothing can block this attack, right up until Yoo-sung smashes straight through it. One final decisive strike sends the strongest man crashing down, staring up in total disbelief. On the ground, the truth spills out. He is Ivan Romanov, the man called the strongest in the world, and he just lost to a single high schooler. Yoo-sung, still catching his breath, hits him with the simplest correction possible. Korean, old man. The dust settles and the reactions pour in. He won. The head of an entire company, the top champion, all of it just got rewritten by a guy who still does not know what story he is stuck in. Even the girls can barely process how strong he actually is. Sasha checks on her father, then quietly tells Yoo-sung she will handle the rest. She got dragged into a fight out of nowhere, but family is still family. Yoo-sung heads off, Golden Week ends, and for one peaceful second, it feels like the chaos might finally cool down. Back at school, the peace lasts exactly one morning. A new transfer student from their sister school in Russia walks in, and the entire class goes quiet. Long silver blue hair, perfect posture, and a name that lands like a plot twist. Alexandra Ivanovna Romanova. Call her Sasha. She greets the class with hobbies that sound suspiciously combat-ready. Then her eyes lock onto one seat. The temperature in the room changes. Yoo-sung has that sinking feeling every transmigrator dreads. This girl is not here by accident. Sasha points straight at him and shouts his name like a confession scene just dropped from the sky. The class explodes. Yoo-sung's brain short-circuits as he realizes his extra life has officially turned into a full rom-com, and he still has no idea what kind of manga he is even in. We drop right back into the chaos. Kim Yoo-hwan is still stuck across from the blue-haired transfer student Eika, who just casually announced she likes him, and now she is asking how he even learned Japanese, like that is the normal follow-up question. He blurts out that he taught himself by watching anime. Eika just stares, then doubles down. She means it. She likes him because he helped her, and her type has always been a man stronger than her own father. Yoo-hwan's brain short-circuits. Stronger than her father? Did she fight him? Worse, the classroom is already buzzing with fresh rumors linking him to the student council president. He can feel the story twisting around him, and he still has zero idea what manga he is even inside. Enter Karen, the blonde whirlwind. She takes one look at the scene and immediately assumes Yoo-hwan picked up a foreign girlfriend the second she left. He tries to protest. She is not buying it. The whole exchange sounds exactly like a Dragon Engine protagonist moment, and he hates it. Internally, he is panicking harder. Eika is barely even one of the original heroines. Her attention is supposed to be locked on the real protagonist, Sakamoto. So why is she looking at him like this? If he keeps it up, his peaceful high school life is finished. Before he can dig himself out, a red-haired girl bursts in yelling Karen's name and immediately glomps onto Yoo-hwan like they are old friends. She came to hang out. The holiday energy is high. Yoo-hwan's stress levels are higher. Eika has had enough of the crowding. She tells the three of them to back up. The red-haired girl bristles instantly. Who is this stranger bossing her around on first meeting? Eika's answer is calm and devastating. She is the one who is going to be Kim Yoo-hwan's girlfriend. The entire group freezes. Karen explodes that Yoo-hwan is already spoken for right here. Eika looks genuinely confused, like she has been misunderstanding everything until this second. The red-haired girl lights up with a brand new idea. If he is free, she can just claim him herself. Yoo-hwan finally finds his voice and shuts the whole girlfriend auction down. Not like that, not at all. Karen backs him up that they are just friends. Aka quietly recalculates. The red-haired girl is still ready to sprint off with the conversation anyway. A quiet glasses girl approaches and politely asks to borrow Yu Huan's notes because she blanked during class. He hands them over without thinking. The others immediately clock that he is usually top 10 in the whole grade, so why would anyone need his notes unless something is off? Then Yu Huan casually drops that he is actually first in the entire grade. The shockwave is instant. New reality unlocked. Even the red-haired girl has to admit he does not look like the studying type, which only makes the ranking more ridiculous to everyone watching. While the girls keep chatting about how kind he secretly is once you know him, Yu Huan decides the only safe move is distance. He mutters something about the bathroom and peels off, desperate to keep today's drama from swallowing him whole. Lunchtime ruins the escape plan. Somehow he ends up at a table with all three girls and the entire cafeteria is staring. Jealous muttering fills the air. Yu Huan wants to scream that this is just one giant area-wide misunderstanding, but the optics are already locked in. Midterms are coming. The girls start talking study struggles. Yu Huan sees a perfect opening and suggests they form a study group. The red-haired girl immediately offers her house and even floats a sleepover. Aka agrees to cooperate for now. Yu Huan smiles and quietly announces he has his own plans. Those plans turn out to be glorious. With the money he earned guarding someone over Golden Week, he has built a dream home gym. Brand new equipment, empty apartment, pure freedom. He hits the bench press like a man who finally escaped the plot for 5 minutes. The peace lasts exactly until his phone rings. A panicked voice tells him to look out the window. He does. Down below, the girls are waving cheerfully, and standing right beside them are several extremely scary-looking guys who definitely were not in any study group invitation. Yu Huan's face says everything. Who are those intimidating men and why are they with the girls right outside his new sanctuary? Whatever quiet chapter he thought he was writing just got hijacked again, and the next page is already looking dangerous. Our guy is still reeling from whatever just happened, staring into the void like the manga itself forgot to hand him a script. Before he can even process the last disaster, someone is already yelling for Ryu-chan to hop in the car. Welcome to another day of improvising your entire existence. The driver turns out to be a mountain of a man with a headband and a cheerful Russian greeting. Yoo-sung's brain short-circuits the second he recognizes him. That is the same terrifying guy from last time, and now they are stuck in a vehicle together. Turns out this is Boris, Sasha's uncle and full-time bodyguard, which means Sasha cannot go anywhere without the human tank riding shotgun. Yoo-sung sits there quietly losing his mind, still sharing a back seat with the man he nearly took out a few days ago. They roll up to a traditional house and get waved inside by a very enthusiastic red-haired man. Yoo-sung immediately clocks him as Karen's dad, someone he has definitely met before. His survival strategy is simple: play completely dumb and hope nobody notices. He bows politely, introduces himself as Kim Yoo-sung, and thanks them for having him. Karen's dad lights up like he just found the jackpot, declaring this reliable talent is already close friends with his precious daughter. The future husband talk starts flying immediately. Then Boris and Karen's dad lock eyes like old war buddies, and the conversation takes a sharp left turn. Apparently, the injuries everyone is still recovering from are all thanks to one person. Every finger in the room slowly swings toward Yoo-sung. Yoo-sung freezes as they casually drop that even the Tsar and Ivan the Destroyer took heavy hits from him. The room fills with pure disbelief while our protagonist quietly decides he is completely doomed. This is what happens when you have zero context for your own highlight reel. He starts calculating exit strategies, wondering if getting thrown out might actually be his ticket home. Instead, Karen's dad looks even more thrilled and loudly crowns him perfect son-in-law material. Karen immediately melts down and begs her dad to stop saying weird stuff in front of her friends. Yoo-sung's head is spinning so hard he can barely stand. Somehow, the near catastrophe ends with everyone settling in for a study session instead of an interrogation. He switches into tutor mode like this is the most normal thing in the world. First up is Rika, who is weak across the sciences. Yoo-sung hands her a stack of formulas he already prepared at home and tells her the goal is simple: drill every single one into her skull before the test. No mercy, just pure efficiency. Karen is next, average grades, no real standout, and terrible at pure memorization. He tells her to stop forcing the old method and build her own mnemonic system instead. Sasha gets the toughest news. Core concepts are going to be rough, so for now it is pure repetition with materials he made for himself. Study time begins. 1 hour turns into 2 as the whole group grinds through the material under Yoo-sung's quiet direction. When everyone finally hits the wall, he calls a break and casually asks if he can borrow the kitchen. While the others are wiped out, Yoo-sung whips up a full spread of Korean-style shaved ice like it is nothing. The table lights up with color and the reactions are instant. Even Sasha, who has had bingsu before, is completely captivated by how pretty it looks. Sasha decides they should each try a bite of every flavor and immediately holds a spoon out to Yoo-sung. He freezes, completely unprepared for the sudden closeness, while she waits with her arm getting tired. The second he tastes it, she demands he feed her in return. That single moment detonates the entire room. Suddenly, everyone wants a turn trading bites with him, the host included, and Yoo-sung is trapped in the middle of a full dessert free-for-all. He has absolutely no idea how studying turned into this. Across the chaos, one red-haired observer has a quiet revelation. He had assumed 2 people in the room were already together, but they are just friends. The kindness Yoo-sung showed him before suddenly means something completely different. If those 2 are not a couple, then the path is still open. His expression hardens with brand new determination as the realization hits. He still has a real chance, and Yoo-sung, busy surviving spoon-feeding warfare, has no clue another romantic subplot just locked onto him.